I'm using my favorite Italian buttercream to final coat this cake. Put it on the top, spread it around, and then put it on the sides. And then I'll take my bench scraper and smooth it around the sides, and then fill in any low spots, and then go back around with my bench scraper until it's nice and smooth. And then I'll move on to the top tier of this cake and do the exact same thing. And then I'll pop them in the fridge to chill before I decorate. Now that my cake is on the board, doweled and stacked, I am going to fill in the seam. So I'm just piping a little bit of buttercream and using my finger to smooth it in. That way it's a smooth transition. Then I'm going to take a diamond cutter, put a little gold on the edge of it, and then start stamping on a pattern. And then once I get it on the board and the cake, I'm going to take my paintbrush and just kind of flick the gold on, and then it's ready for everything else. I have my little tier on top that I'm going to turn into a cactus. So I have my pastry bag filled with green icing, and then I'm using like a rose petal tip. I think it's a 104. And the widest side of the tip is touching the cake and the thinnest side is out, and I'm just going all the way around a little bit of an angle. And then I'll go back through with white icing and make the little spikes. And then I'll put a little pink flower on the top of it. Now I'm going to make my banner for the front of the cake that I'm going to put the kiddo's name on. And so I'm just rolling out some white fondant, and I'll use my strip cutter. And then once I have my strip cut out, I'll take my ruler and measure out an inch long and cut all my little pieces. And then once my pieces are cut, I am going to cut a little bit off of the bottom of each of them. Cut a little angle on there. To give the banner some movement, I'm just kind of curling up the corners, and then I'm gonna snake out some fondant for the cord. And then once that's snaked out, I'll pull my cake back out, put on the snaked fondant, and then we can apply the banner. started on my banner, I went ahead and piped all my little cactus and little roses with my different shades of green, and I popped them in the fridge. I just used a flower nail and my tips and made everything I needed, put them on little parchment squares and popped them in the fridge. That way I can just pull them out and then put them on the cake. It's easier than piping directly onto the cake. You can kind of adjust things. They're nice and cold. You can move them around, and if they do start to soften up, just stick them back in the fridge for a little bit and then pull them back out and work with them. I forgot to mention that I use the Faux Italian Buttercream to make the flowers and not an American buttercream. I like the way it works better. I like the texture better. For the letters, I'm using some black gel color and a paintbrush. That's it. And I use my other hand to stabilize the one I'm writing with, or painting with. And that really helps so that your letters don't look shaky when you're all done. Now for the last little details, I am putting on a couple things up top and cleaning off the little excess, and then I am taking some of the gold and then just getting the little edges of the banner, and then I'll glue a ribbon around the board and we're all done. Thank you so much for watching.